Fortress. We're going to be embarking in a pretty interesting location. I've done a little scouting ahead, so I've basically found the location based on what people in my chat were saying, and I think that this should be a pretty interesting place for us to embark. But yeah, so I'm just going to quickly send out a couple things, and then we're going to get straight into it, pretty much. And give people time to show up as well, because obviously, got to give those people time to get here and watch this amazing stream. Ocean? It is an ocean. You're correct. It's an ocean embark. We're not embarking straight onto the ocean, obviously. You can't do that in default Dwarf Fortress. You can do it with certain utilities, but obviously the first thing that happens is all your dwarves drown. We're not doing it literally on the ocean, but we're going to do it next to the ocean, and we're going to build a fortress on the ocean. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And it's not a haunted biome. It's not haunted this time, so we're not going to have that issue. We're not going to have issues with reanimation. But if you take a check on the bottom, you'll see that there's the dead zombie count. And if we tab over here, you'll see that our neighbours are the dwarves, humans, and tower. So yeah, we have a pretty interesting set of neighbours. No elves this time either, I'm afraid, but you know, we've done elves. We don't need to do elves again. And this is the same world as the Elf Exit Fortress as well, so we might even see some returning faces. Has it actually shown up that I'm streaming Dwarf Fortress? I hope it has, because obviously that's important. I wanted to show that I'm actually... Okay, for some reason it's not showing up, I'm not sure why. Yeah, just give me a second to sort that out, I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, there we go. The category's shown up. Excellent. Right, but yeah. So we've got our location there. You can see everything that we're going to do, and let's jump straight into it then. Yep, salt water. That's fine. Prepare for the journey carefully, and we're going to need some names. We're going to need some dwarves who are going to be coming with us on this fortress adventure. You may already have a dwarf in this universe, but even if you do, you can have another one in this one. Yeah, ocean with a necromancer neighbour. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's not haunted, like I say, so the terrain itself shouldn't be too bad. It is untamed wilds, I believe. So we might have some interesting encounters in that respect. I don't know if the ocean itself is untamed wilds. I know the biome above it is, but we'll see who shows up. But yeah. So let me just bring up my utility. We're going to be using Dwarf Therapist for this, as we always do, and we'll start naming some dwarves, so that people can have a go and people can be a part of this. Yeah. I just realised I was in a... Okay, yeah. Alright, where is it? I always lose track of these utilities. Good evening, welcome Howie. We've got Mr. Anderson 007 here. So, yeah, we'll assign dwarves first. I'm going to assign them their abilities, and then we will be assigning them names after I've done this. So we're just going to go through and quickly set everybody to have different sort of stats based on the kind of things that I'm looking for. I want to... Let's have a brewer and a grower, and we'll do the same again. This dwarf here, we've already got one carpenter. We could have a second. I don't really see the need for it though. Let's make this guy a stone crafter and a wood crafter as well. He can do both of those things. And this one here will be a... I'm not sure, honestly. I always have a hard time deciding what to do. I don't have like any specific... Have I actually got a woodcutter? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, okay, this guy here can be a woodcutter then. The good thing I spotted that. Otherwise, we would have not had anybody assigned to cut down trees straight away. Right. Miners, 2 miners, 1 2 miner. A carpenter here. We've also got this woodcutter. Let's just quickly tab over to here. We don't need to take any of this crap with us. We're not going to take any of these things. I don't even think we need to take 3 quivers with us. I'll take the rest. I'll take the bags and all that kind of jazz. But let's get 2 cat. We'll allow 2 cat. And we'll also get ourselves 2 dogs. 1 dog. 2 dogs. And we will also take with us this time Rock and Stone Brothers. Yeah, indeed. Probably not. We probably don't want to take. I was considering taking sheep with me this time, but if we're going to be building on the actual ocean itself, then that's kind of problematic, kind of difficult to handle. Don't want any dying goat, drowning sheep. Okay, woodcutter. Maybe we should give everybody a point in swimmer. Nah, sorry, they don't need to learn how to swim. They'll quickly figure it out, I'm sure. Right, woodcutter, and you know what? We'll dump those points into carpenter, and this other guy can also be a woodcutter, and these guys can both be basic engravers as well. That's fine. We've also got a dedicated mason, I believe. No, we don't have a dedicated mason. Okay, in that case, then you can be a dedicated mason. Oh, we'll put it into architecture, actually. That's not a bad shout. So we have an architect. No fish or animal trainer, no. We'll acquire fishes, I'm sure of it. We'll get fishes at some point. I'm just kind of thinking just immediate first, you know, I mean, we'll get plenty of migrants, don't worry about that. I'm just kind of thinking stuff that I want to do immediately. Fishing isn't actually one of them just yet. Okay. I always have trouble finding architect on this list. Such a massive list, and there's not an easy way to do it. Okay, it's a siege engineer, siege operator, misc object user. Where the hell is it? Surgeon, mechanic. It's mechanic. That's why I can't find it. Because I'm look. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm an idiot. I was looking for architect. I want mechanic. That's actually what I want. I want a mechanic. Right. Okay. Tab over here. We've got some copper picks. We're going to have 2 copper battle axes. The amount of rum that we get is fine. Let's increase the amount of beer though, because we're probably not going to be growing much more of that. We will tab over here. We will add ale as well. Take some ale with us. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything too complicated here. I'm not gonna try and do any stupid dwarf tricks to get more resources. We're just gonna go straight for it. Yeah, fisher dwarves are plenty common enough. There'll be plenty of them. I'm sure of it. I think the music stopped, has it? Oh no, there we go. He's going into the next song. Okay. Last but not least, what are we going to name this fortress? Anybody got any suggestions, or are we just going to random name it? Do you have any secret plans, or do they stay secret for now? You might think that. I couldn't possibly comment. I'll leave it. You can decide whether I've got any kind of plan or not. I'm not going to say. But right. There is something I might like to try and do. I've not tried it before. It'd be interesting to try. It would be very interesting to try. But okay. The floating fortress, the Shores of the Dead. Can we actually do Shores of the Dead? Is that actually a one we can do? Right. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, we could do that then. How about that? The Shore of Death. I think that's fine, yeah. For the name something, I think we're going to go with this. The Shore of Death. There we go. What a name for a fortress. And that is done. And then we will embark. Shoes of Death, yeah. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Alter Zol. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the giant dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. The shore of death strikes the earth. Excellent. And here it is. So, if we just pause right here. I probably should have done it a bit further out, actually. This is the ocean here. You can see it here. We don't have a lot of room to work with. I want to build the entire thing on top of the ocean. And it looks like we're going to have a lot of space back here to do all sorts of things. But yeah, this is the ocean, and this is the bit above it. Bit of a waste. I did think there was trees for some reason, but apparently I was mistaken. We don't have any trees, we have rocks. Yeah, this isn't actually a lot of ocean, is it? It's the shore. It's certainly the shore. But we'll never mind. We will certainly build on top of the ocean. We'll build on top of the ocean. That's for certain. But we're gonna have to get stone. We're gonna have to do stone. Yeah, I think you're right. We should have gone more south. Yeah, just take the lower corner. We will build in this corner here. We're going to have a little corner fortress here. I mean, that gives us plenty of space for zombies to arrive and for other nasties to arrive on the shores. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to have to dig down and we're going to have to start... we're going to have to build a fortress on land first, unfortunately, because I do need stone, because we're not going to be able to cut down trees. And you can see, actually, that... yeah, that's where the waves come up. So yeah, pretty neat setup. I think if we start by mining over here, this might be a good place to start. Just like that. Can you dig out the shore to make more ocean? Possibly. We could extend the ocean. I'm not sure if that's something we can do. Maybe we could try it. Yeah, we're going to start by digging out a place here. And we do need to have a place on the land so that we can dig and grow some food. Let's just go like that. I'll have a twisty corridor. Does DF have tides? If so, you're buggered. It has waves. It doesn't really have tides. You can kind of see the waves here, and they're spraying this with mist. So yeah, it has waves. Salt water has weird properties as well in Dwarf Fortress. If any water touch, I'm pretty sure if any water is touched by salt water, that water becomes salt water, just immediately. Waves are kind of harmless. I think dwarves can be swept away if they're not particularly... Well, actually, yeah, I don't think it's that bad. We should be relatively safe for the time being. It's not going to be a fortress where we have immediate issues. It's going to be one where the problems soon become apparent. So we don't have to worry about that for now, but we will be worrying about it in the future. But what we need now is stone. We need stone. Lots of stone. And that means we're going to have to dig down. It's the only way we're going to get it. Yeah, it makes water undrinkable. Yeah, it's going to be an above ground fortress. We're going to be digging a fortress out on the ocean itself. But for that, we are going to need a source of rock because we don't have any trees. Which also means that we don't have any beds, so we're not going to be able to build any beds unless we use the starting wagon to build, to do it that way. But yeah, we're just going to be building probably, let's go down 10 levels there, and let's just get rid of that. And leave a center space free that we can, actually, let's just dig out the center spot. Like that, yeah, perfect. You could cut off that peninsula as a point. You get the stone to build a new terraform. Yeah, we could do that. There's lots of stuff that we can do. And we've struck hematite, which is a good sign. A very good sign. I don't know how many people saw the last fortress. I imagine most people here did. But, yeah. No tin. Yeah, no tin. This is not going to be Tin Fortress. I was very worried that we would have a repeat of that situation. Do we have a flux stone as well? I wonder. We have granite. Granite is a nice stone. We can make it out of granite. Okay. Right. The first thing I want to do is to build a. We're gonna build like a. What's the best way to do this? I guess would be to have a wheel. We don't have any wood, do we? Unless we enter the caverns, we could breach the caverns really early on. Do a really early caverns breach. Cut down some wood for some. Oh, actually, we could build a wheelbarrow by deconstructing this. Let's deconstruct the wagon. And there's giant birds flying above us, by the way. Nothing too dangerous yet, but we do have those supplies. Right. So here, we're going to dig out this layer. We're going to start by digging out this layer here. And we're just going to do it in rows. We're just going to be digging 3 by 3 rows, trying to catch as much stuff as we can. Shrooms count as wood. Indeed they do. How did the last fortress end? The last fortress didn't end. I retired it, Alpha. It kind of got stale after a bit. We'd basically done most of what I'd wanted to do. We'd instigated a war with the elves. We actually did have an elf siege show up, by the way. We had an elf siege show up very quickly, which was surprising. Well, not after a lot of prodding, we managed to get them to show up. We had 100 elves or so on the field of the siege, right? And I thought, now we're going to have the final showdown. This is going to be the final battle between the dwarves and the elves. So what happened next? Well, there was 100 elves on the screen. Then there was 80. Then there was 60. Then there was 30. Then there was about 10. It turned out the elves were attacking each other. They'd shown up in 2 separate groups at the same time, and they started attacking each other. I'm not sure what started it. I'm not sure if it was 2 different civilizations that were at war with each other, but they had a giant battle outside of my fortress that I wasn't involved in. Oh, I forgot to name dwarves, didn't I? Let's do that right now. Let's bring up a dwarf therapist. Okay. First 7 people in chat who say they want a dwarf, get a dwarf. We did kill a forgotten beast. We killed at least 1. We did have others show up, but we didn't have any. We didn't have any enter the fortress. We did have a. Okay, so we got battleship out. Oh, actually, we'll just set that to Howie. Howie. The next one down is Goost 91. Then we got Dennis Wolf. Then we got nobody else. Okay, we'll go with those 3 for now. But if anybody else wants one, then just say so. I think you did, Alpha. I'm pretty sure you did. So our 2 miners have been named, and our woodworker has been named as well. And we'll sort this by migration wave. Right, okay, so let's close that out. The comedian, possibly. Oh yeah, the other major attack we had a werebeast attack at one point. It almost infected Jake. It managed not to, which was very surprising because they were fighting for quite a while. But we did have to put Jake in containment for a short amount of time, the DDR Jake dwarf that we had, and you know that went swimmingly. Desperately trying to get him to stand in the correct burrows, trying to find a way of, you know, just like locking him in so that he definitely wouldn't be a trouble for anybody else. Alright, we're going to start digging that out because I just want stone. We're just going to get as much stone as we can. I'm not sure why, but yeah. We also had a Forgotten Beast show up and just stand on a single tile. Like, we had a Forgotten Beast arrive in the caverns in such a way that it wasn't able to move. Like, it arrived in a place, it arrived on the cliff edge, basically, and it couldn't get down. And it also wasn't going to leave the map, so it just sat there. I did consider just, like, pricking it full of arrows, but I thought I'd just let it sit there, see how long it'd be there for. Maybe something else would attack it, like a Forgotten Beast or something like that, but yeah, it just sat there the entire time. Really, really impressive stuff, you know. Yeah, I think the Forgotten Beast we killed was made out of water or something really weird like that. I was trying to butcher it, but it didn't work properly. I wasn't able to. Speaking of which, where are our miners? Why aren't they mining? They should be able to get down there. I'm not sure why they're not. Okay. Oh, that's why. Right. For some reason, a dwarf therapist decided to uncommit all their jobs, so they were not assigned to do any jobs for a second. Wasn't it like a skinless salamander or something like that? I think that was a different one. We had a couple. We did have a couple. We only killed one, though. We didn't have any above ground ones. We didn't have any titans show up. We didn't have any bronze colossi. We had a few giants show up. At one point, a giant fell through a hole in our fortress and started slaughtering farmers. That was fun. But yeah, that went about as well as you'd expect. But yeah, we'll just leave them to that. And in the meantime, we do want to start growing some stuff, some food. Actually, we probably should dig out a room to do that. We can just do it here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it here. We're gonna have a really twisty fortress today. It's gonna have a really awful layout, and you're gonna hate me for it, but I don't care. That's the only thing that came to me. It was like, yeah, I don't mind. It's gonna be really nasty looking, and you're all gonna despise it, but you know what? Sod it. We're gonna do it anyway. I think we'll do it like this. I should pave all of this stuff with stone, shouldn't I? And what I want to do is eventually we'll have a way from the ocean fortress that we're planning to build onto this area here. Right. 1, 2, 3, one more on that side, yeah. We have there is going to have to be some element of a not water-based fortress, at least for a short while. At least for a short while. There we go. And we'll also build stockpiles over this side, just like big stockpile room, like that. Like that, yeah. Capture a dragon. If we can, we will. If we can, we will. I think in this edition, it's pretty common for goblins to just be totally unaware that your fortress exists. If they're refusing to siege you, my advice is to prod them. Just send a dwarf to attack. Just pick a dwarf that you don't really care about. Send him to go prod the fortress. Oh, they never come in? They might not be able to path their way in, unless you, I don't know. Usually they just try and path their way towards like any constructions and stuff you got, as far as I'm aware. That's my understanding of it, but perhaps they're just simply not able to find a path into the fortress. That would be the most likely explanation, I'd imagine. Okay. Right, let's put a chain here. There is a path though. We don't have many dangerous neighbors. We have dwarves. We have humans. We don't have any goblins. We don't have any elves. There is some weird tower though in the distance. I'm not quite sure what that is. Bit of a strange one, really. I mean, you know, it's probably harmless. You can just kind of see it looming over the horizon. You know, like, obviously towers in fantasy games and in fantasy settings are never really bad things, you know. Nobody evil has ever had, like, an evil tower. So yeah, it's probably nothing. But yeah, other than that, just humans and dwarves. We're in a decent neighborhood this time. We're not in a filthy, elf-infested neighborhood. Yeah, I think it's probably just a human tower. Probably just a human in there doing human things. Nothing to worry about, right? Nothing to worry about at all. But yeah, once they've finished digging this out, digging this cross out, they'll come back up here, they'll dig this out, and then we'll start building some of our stuff. We're going to be building up here, we'll have a farm. Let's actually dig this out a bit more. We'll have a farm, we'll also have a place for our geese to sit. Actually the geese could sit on top of the fortress that we're going to be building on the ocean. Yeah, that's the point. We'll do it that way then. Yeah. He might not be dead. He could just be hard of hearing. Maybe it's a mistranslation. Maybe it's the shore of the deaf. Maybe he can't hear very well. I'm sure it'll be fine, honestly. But I would like them to, you know, just to be careful, just to be on the safe side. How about we build a crafts dwarf workshop here, just a carpenter's workshop here, and we will make that out of that. And let's also do the same with a crafts. Actually, is it a masons? I believe it is. No, crafts dwarf workshop. We'll do the same here, and we'll just make that out of granite. Just to be on the safe side, right? Just to be on the safe side. We have the caverns. We could trade with humans. But yeah, that's about it. The reason that I'm building a carpenter's workshop is because we're going to make something that I didn't bring with me. We're going to make a wheelbarrow. That's literally it. And then we're going to build a stockpile for rocks, and we're going to be building it relatively close to the surface. And my miners are gone to take a drink before they could have finished building the area where we wanted to build the farm. Excellent, love it. Yeah, maybe he has some wood for us. Maybe we could start a trading relationship with the gentleman in the tower. But yeah, there are plenty of sources of wood. Just none above ground as far as I can see. Yeah, and look at this. It's a pretty barren location. It's pretty empty. We have a giant slug just up there by itself. Hopefully it doesn't attack one of our dwarves. But he seems content to sit there. We can leave him be. And we now have a carpenter's workshop. So why don't we make a... Where is it? Wheelbarrow. Excellent. No, you can't tame giant slugs here as far as I know. Or can we? Actually, this is an interesting question. We could try and capture it. Oh, okay. Apparently you can tame them. But there's an issue with that, and that's the fact that giant slugs actually die of old age in a year, which is obviously really quite powerful. I did wonder if we could like cage one and just display it somewhere, but if it's only going to live a year, there's not really any point. Unless we wanted to butcher it, I suppose. We could always do that. We could have like a giant slug being butchered. Hey there, Hagels, welcome. It's sad that you can't tame zombies or humans. Oh yeah, this game has such an incredible variety of like species and stuff. Like there's a barn owl. How did one of our dogs die so quickly? That is actually really unfortunate. Right. It hasn't drowned, I hope. It hasn't been washed out to sea. Let's assign the other dog to be on here. And we can now start growing our plump helmets. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was to build a crafts dwarf workshop. Rock. Oh, it is in the masons. Okay, I'm getting mixed up now. Yeah, it is the masons we wanted to build. Alright, we can do that. Workshop, masons, just build that here. these are only temporary. They're going to be there for a short while, but they're not going to be there forever. 1, 2, 3. I know that this, before anybody says it, I know that this is not an efficient way of mining, but I'm just being lazy. I literally just want to mine out. Actually, what we could do would just be to build like a big square. Should be fine, yeah. We just build. Yeah, actually, what we'll do is we'll mine out squares. We could make these into stockpiles of some kind at some point. Just mine out that entire square, and then that way that'll give us plenty of stone, I imagine. Yeah, this will give us plenty of stone, like that. Yeah. There we go. Okay, excellent. Just mine that all out. Yeah, of course it's going to be asymmetric. I have to make sure that it matches. We're going to do the same in all the other quadrants, in all the other areas, but for now, we'll just mind that. Stray dog's been found dead. Where has it been found dead? That's the question. Okay, it got killed by something up here. Whoa, what's that? A weasel? Wait, was it killed by the slug? Holy shit, it was! The giant slug attacks the stray dog, but he jumps away. The stray dog scratches the giant slug in the body, denting the skin. Okay, we need to be careful of that slug. Right. Because we're already down a dog. Who are our assigned masons again? We do have a mason, he's just not doing anything at the moment. That slug is a killer. He is, yeah, he's killed one of our dogs. We've gotten the other dog inside at least. Hopefully he doesn't kill any of our geese either. But yeah. This is the kind of low stakes stuff that happens in Dwarf Fortress at this stage of the game. Right. This is what I wanted to do. So we built this mason's workshop here, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be constructing blocks out of rock. That's why we wanted the wheelbarrow. That's why I want to build a stockpile up here somewhere, and in fact that's what we're going to do. We're just going to be building it like a pretty simple stockpile, just all the way in here. Nothing too fancy, but this is going to be just a stockpile for putting rocks in, basically. And we're going to tell them to move rocks to the surface. Actually, what we'll do is, this is going to look really bad if I don't do it properly. Alright, cancel that. Do it like this, yeah. Like that. There we go. So that's just we're just going to put a massive stockpile of rocks there. And the other thing we need to do, obviously, is build some stills, which we'll build over here. Again, we'll just make them out of whatever. And then let's put a food stockpile back here. And we'll just make a big food stockpile there. Oh, I'll also be uploading this to YouTube. I know I've talked about this in the past and I've often failed to do it, but I have started uploading streams to YouTube now. You can watch, currently there's the 3 Stellaris campaigns I've done. Well, the 3 Stellaris streams I've done, and also the most recent Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 stream I did. All of those kind of gaming streams will all be on YouTube now as well. When I get around to it. I'll definitely be uploading this one. I'm not going to upload any of the older ones because some of the stuff I don't have anymore, unfortunately, but this way we'll be able to keep hold of all this kind of stuff. Because I don't know, I think maybe people want to watch this stuff if they weren't here to see it. If they want to watch me fail. And there's a giant skink, but no ocean life. I haven't seen any ocean life yet at all, which is actually kind of surprising. I'm kind of surprised by this. Skink, like a lizard. A large monster in the shape of a skink. Her scales are striped black and white, her eyes are black. Hagel's here, big fan of Warhammer. I'm sure you're very excited then for the announcement, right? Okay, so we are building rock blocks. The other thing that I want to do here is tell them to make pots. We're going to have to make a lot of pots and just put that on repeat. So we got a dwarf making pots, we have a dwarf making that. The other workshop that we need to build is a crafts dwarf workshop. No, a mechanics workshop, that's the other one. And again, we'll just be putting this here. I know it looks really messy, but these aren't going to last. This is just so that we're building stuff on near the surface where we're going to be using it mostly. Old World is coming once Brexit is released. Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. I kind of feel like if they're just going to do it like... It's not going to be the same if it's just going to be like... what is it? 30k. Horus Heresy. If it's just going to be like Horus Heresy, where all the models are on Forge World and they cost like £50 billion in order to get any of them, then I'm not that interested. I kind of feel like the time has come and passed for that, but we'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. Well, you know the reason for that, Hadels. They do have a new CEO, or they have had a new CEO, and that's kind of where a lot of their sort of policy reversals have happened. Recently, they have had a few of those. But yeah, so we're making food. We're brewing drinks. I do actually want to possibly want to get some immigrants actually. Oh, I just realised why they weren't mining. It's because they don't have any of their hauling jobs turned off. Miners are not allowed to haul things. That's the rule. Let me just do that. Yeah, I don't want miners like doing furniture hauling, doing item hauling or any other kind of hauling at all. Maybe they could do... Nah, sod it. They can do cleaning, construction and other things. They're just not going to do any hauling jobs. There you go. There you go, I've told them to stop. And yeah, our horses are starving to death. We're going to be putting them down shortly. I just need to have stuff set up in order to do it. And now we can just build a massive stone stockpile here, which will save our dwarves a lot of time in the long run. You can get a giant skink egg-based food economy. We'd have to capture 2 of them. I'm not sure what would be the best way actually doing that. It seems like it's quite... We could try and capture it. I mean, we could lay down some... Then again, we only have 2 pieces of wood left. We can't really make any... we can't make any cages right now. I don't want to use that wood to make cages at this stage. Even though it would be cool to have, like, giant skinks. At this stage, I'd rather not. Once they've dug this out, I'm going to dig down even further, and we're going to breach the caverns pretty swiftly. So yeah, that's something we're going to be doing. But yeah, you can see how long it takes him to haul the stone here. He's got to go all the way down that staircase, haul it to here to make a rock part. And yeah, that just takes far too long. Well, you can see we've already got plenty of blocks going. We've already got plenty of blocks. How's the seaside picnic going? As you can see, we are right next to the sea. And we're going to be building our fortress in this bottom corner. But for the time being, we've got to set up some stuff, and that's what we're doing in the top here. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do it though. It's going to be tricky. We might have to wait until winter and hope that it freezes and then do it from there. I think that might be the way to do it. Wait until winter, wait for it to freeze, then we can begin doing it in earnest. But that means that we have time in order to set up everything else that needs to be set up, because it's only spring at the moment. We need rock blocks. We need. We should probably have a drawbridge on here as well, so that we can close this up if we need to. That's what we'll do next. I don't have any dwarves who have architecture enabled, but that's fine. And we'll make this out of granite blocks. We'll just set one of our random dwarves, probably one of our farmers. Actually, no, we'll set our mechanic to do architecture as well. I don't have nearly enough of a Scottish accent to be a dwarf. I mean, you can be a dwarf if you want. I don't know. I know that there are people who still have dwarves in this universe, and some of them could show up. But for the time being, I'm just going to let everybody have a new dwarf if they want one. And yeah, you can see that's why we built the wheelbarrow, so that they move the stone up here. And that's what this dwarf is here. He's doing. He's moving stone, which means that our dwarves won't have to move as far to do it. In fact, some migrants have arrived. We probably won't get many of them, but we'll see. We've got at least... Oh, great, a wood burner. Christ. Hopefully one of them brings a dog with him as well. That'd be useful. There's also a jaguar hanging around on the map. Which dwarves were free? Okay, yeah, Ganafel is the wood burner. Right, that's settled. Okay, I'll let the dwarves arrive on the map, and then we'll have a look at Dwarf Therapist. And then we'll be assigning some new dwarves and giving them names. Ganafel doesn't want to be a wood burner. Why not? What's wrong with that? Come on, we're not going to need a military. Don't be daft. There's not going to be any fighting here. This is a very peaceful place. It's a very peaceful sort of setting, you know. This is a peaceful zone. There's going to be no fighting here. I mean, look, here we are. This is where the fortress was situated last time, by the way. This is where our last fortress was situated. Okay, hold on. Let's have a look at that again. Holdings and rumors. So this is the old fortress here, on the Steamy Continents. Snake's Picks. We have no contact with them. We're actually from this civilization. And we have built our fortress all the way over here. We've kind of colonized all the way over here, and we don't really have any neighbors. We have there's some humans here, some human hamlets. There's also some dwarves in this fortress over here. No, there's just humans. Yeah, just humans. A bunch of humans here, and yeah, there's some kind of tower. I don't know what a tower. You know, it's some kind of tower. Interesting. But yeah, there's nothing here to worry about particularly. You know, we're not at war with anybody. We don't have any enemies. There's some goblins here, I think, but they can't reach us. No, humans. Humans again. Elves. Nothing to panic about. Nothing to be scared of. Why do I keep doing this? Yeah, Halus gets it. If everything on this shore is dead, nothing to fight. Simple as. Do you really not want to be a woodburner, Ganafel? Or yeah, it's just an attraction. There's nothing in it. No need to panic. All right, let's have a look at our dwarves then. They should all be on the map now. So let's open Dwarf Therapist, and you can see that we've actually had quite a decent migration wave. We've had 7 new dwarves arrive in the fortress. We have in order a woodburner, a glazer, a papermaker, a trapper, a woodcutter, our 3rd woodcutter, our 2nd woodcutter even, a fish dissector, and a weaver. Pretty interesting choice of professions. Basically none of them are useful. Possibly the fish dissector. Actually no, we'd want fish cleaning. Fishing and fish cleaning. We also have a weaver, not that useful right now. A trapper, definitely not. Trapping is one of the most useful skills in the game as far as I can recall. This guy's actually a miner. He looks like he's a novice miner, despite the fact that he's a wood burner as well. So how about that? We will make him a miner, so he's going to be a miner. We're also going to need a cook. We want a dwarf to do some cooking. How do you get a 13 in fish dissecting? He's a legendary fish dissector. No, sorry, a high master fish dissector. He's not quite a legendary one yet. I want the highest social skill dwarf that's free. Fair enough. Let's have a look at our other skills. It looks like this guy's got a decent level of observer. We got a counselor here, pacifier, percussionist. We got some dancers. This guy's a musician. This guy's got some experience with stringed instruments. This dwarf here has 5 in climbing. Apparently he's a proficient climber. I'm not sure in what situation he was climbing, but okay. Here, you can have our best comedian. How about that, Goose? Sorry, Alpha. Conversation 5? Wait, there's a Conversation 5 guy? Yeah, it's good that they can swim. But yeah, I don't see a Conversation 5 guy. I see a Comedian 4. I see a Conversation 4 guy here. Yeah, okay. Right. We will give Alpha the Comedian. How about that? We did that last time, we'll do it this time. Alpha Gemo. No, he's only Conversationalist 4. That's a 4, not a 5. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll give you the Comedian. And we will give to Gnafel the miner. Get your weaver on stone detailing. Alright, so yeah, we need to assign these guys to labours. How about this? We don't really need a woodcutter right now, or a woodcrafter, so you can be... You've got leatherworking, so how about this? Leatherworking and butchery. Seems decent. Also tanning. I think that'll do. I don't want you to have any of these other just random ass skills you've got enabled there. Yeah, just clear that whole thing. Yeah. Gnafel, you're just going to be mining. You can also do some stone detailing as well. That's fine. And I'd obviously want to take off these labours here. Right. This dude here, I think I'm going to make you into our cook. So you're just going to do some cooking. And you can also do some brewing as well in your off time, because you won't be cooking very... Actually, no, you just do cooking. In fact, you can do cooking and butchery. This guy will do tanning and leatherworking. Paper makers. I'm just going to disable all other labours on these guys. Maybe we could have some fishing, but I'm not going to set that up right now. Yeah, that'll do. I'll constantly smell of piss. Can you give my dwarf some sort of smithing so he's not getting depressed from being useless? He won't get depressed from being useless. He's a carpenter. He's going to be happy. I keep telling you about the weaver. Sod the weaver. Oh wait, is he actually a stone detailer? Oh, he is a stone detailer. You're correct, and he's a mason. Great, excellent. Yeah, in fact, why don't we tell nobody else that only he's allowed to do stone detailing from now on. I know that these guys have got some skill in stone detailing. I gave them some, but they don't need it. Yeah, alright, I've done that then. We don't have any stone to detail. Is that from... I'm not sure what you're referring to, Alpha. Okay, we do have some blocks though. We're building this bridge here. We're just waiting for architecture. I do have a dwarf with architecture enabled, but he'll get onto that when he can. Right, we're going to breach the caverns next. Let's just go down 20 levels. Yeah, there we go. 20 cavern, 20 levels deep. I'm pretty sure we'll find the caverns at that level. Dark leather. That'll be from butchery. I'm pretty sure. I have no idea. I've never done fish dissecting. Yeah, it's only for vermin fish. No, isn't fish cleaning the one for vermin fish? Yeah, you have to capture a butcher in it. You have to capture a shark in a cage and then butcher it somehow. Or just have a shark corpse and then haul it to be butchered. Speaking of butchering things, by the way, we're going to be butchering some animals right now. God, why do they bring such crap pets with them? Alright, we're going to be butchering this water buffalo and we're going to be butchering this horse. Don't need them, don't want them, goodbye. Oh, we don't actually have an area for them to butcher though, do we? We'll do it up here. We'll build a corridor this way. With a door leading in that way. Like that. It's only for mog hoppers, apparently, really? That is such a weird thing. I don't even know what a mog hopper is. I don't think I've ever seen one in Dwarf Fortress. Really? Is that seriously what fish dissecting is used for? Hold on. Their only use is to make the mog juice extract from a captured mog hopper at a fishery. Since mog hoppers are fairly rare to catch, the skill is almost entirely useless. What is mog juice used for? It can be used in cooking. That's it. That's it. It's just used in cooking. Alright. Okay. Age of Empires 3 soundtrack. Oh, good grief. This game does have some really weird skills in it, doesn't it? The whole skill is bizarre, yeah. Maybe we should do a tutorial on it. We'll do I've talked about how I want to do some Dwarf Fortress videos in the future. Maybe we'll do a mog hunting Alright, looks like we're going to have to go quite deep down for our caverns. Our bridge is built. Let's start making some rock mechanisms over here. Let's make a stockpile. And this will be a custom stockpile, and it's just going to be 4 blocks. And it's just going to be for stone blocks. And we're just going to make this stockpile over here so that they move the blocks there, so the blocks are basically ready to be used in construction. Mog hoppers may be fairly rare, but this guy's dissected a lot of them. Perhaps that's why they're so rare. I mean, you know, have you ever considered that? I mean, that'd be one reason, right? Okay, so we have something resembling industry going on right now. We're doing alright for drink. Oh, it looks like our stockpile is slightly too close to the sea. So let's remove designations from there. Yeah, there we go. I don't want my stone blocks to get washed away in the waves, which is what's happening at the moment. We could actually build a seawall if we wanted to. Yeah, you can see it's moving. Oh, okay, never mind. This is a bad idea. Right, okay. Let's just do it above here. We'll just do it up here. Yeah, we'll just... There we go. Okay, so we're doing that. We still haven't found the caverns. We still haven't breached the caverns yet. They're still digging down. You can see how many layers down we're going at the moment. We're going to have to keep digging deeper because we really need to breach those caverns. We need wood. There's no two ways about it. Alright, go down. Another 20 layers we're going to go down. Unless we've just gone past every single layer of caverns, but that's so unlikely. It's really unlikely to do that. Yeah, fishing is really weird in Dwarf Fortress. There's a difference between like fishing. Well, you can catch like massive fish. Well, not massive. Well, depends who you ask, really. But yeah, there's you capture usually dwarves fish by hand. So most fishing in Dwarf Fortress is a dwarf standing in a pool or by a river, and like grabbing fish out of the river with their bare hands. And then the fish need to be cleaned, quote unquote, and then they become edible. So you usually need to have it's a pretty intensive industry. It takes about 3 dwarves. So you usually need to have 1 fishing dwarf and then 2 dwarves per dwarf fishing. Because dwarves are that good at fishing, by the way. They are that good at fishing. They are very capable of doing it. But yeah, that's one method of fishing. They lower their beard into the water. Yeah, actually, I think that's correct. I think you're the one. I think you got it on the mark there. But yeah, let's build a butcher shop up here, and we can use our granite blocks, which we've got plenty of. No, I don't want to make it. Yeah. And then we'll make a kitchen here, and we'll make this out of granite blocks as well. And do it like that. Perfect. I stopped using fishes because they always died. When I do fishing, I usually build them in an enclosure. That's how I've done it in the past. So if I'm on like a river or something like that, I'll build a fishing enclosure. You can just make a section of the river and designate that as the fishing zone, and then you can build walls around it, build a roof over the top of it, and then that way the dwarves will never get they'll never get upset about they'll never be targets. Basically, it's a really useful thing to do. Actually, what I'm going to do here is, because I know that I have animals set to be butchered, I don't want them to be butchered yet. Also, it looks like a horse died. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Yeah, our horse died. No, unless we butchered the horse when I wasn't looking. No, we didn't. Okay, well, the horse is dead. Probably starved to death. Building on the surface is acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that. Or make a grotto in the caverns for cave fishing. That's the other way of doing it, yeah. I wonder if we can't even get bees here, can we? We can't do beekeeping. I just realised that. I don't see any bee... Actually, can we do beekeeping here? Oh, we got ants. We can do ant keeping, I guess. Right. We're not going to do beekeeping, though. Right, what's that? Termites. Termite keeping. Right, yeah, no ants. There's the dead horse. It must have attacked. It must have just starved to death. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, beekeeping isn't brilliant, but it's kind of a fun industry to set up. It doesn't require lots and lots to set up. Okay, and now I want to build a leather works. That was the reason I was waiting to do this. I wanted to build this first before I did the butchering. I'm not on Lumberfoot. Yeah, no hives on the surface. Can we send termites to the elven homes? There aren't any elven homes within reach of us, actually. So So we're not really going to be doing attacking any elves in this fortress. We do have other neighbours, but you know, after the last time, I thought, hey, how about we set up in a nice neighbourhood this time, free of any sort of interference by unsavoury types. Oh, we need to set up a dwarf to be the manager, and we also need a dwarf to be our. We need a manager dwarf and a bookkeeper. We have a traditional name that we use for a bookkeeping dwarf here, and that's Dr. Nitro. He's always our bookkeeper. This is punishment for him for being Nitro. But yeah, we'll do that. He's going to be our manager. But he's going to be our bookkeeper, but I'm going to need a manager dwarf. Would anybody like to be a manager dwarf? Hi, hello. About an hour of it, Avenue. We've embarked in a new location. We are building next to an ocean. We're going to be building our fortress on the ocean itself, just on the shore here. And at the moment, we're just digging some stuff out. Tidy_EUW wants to be our manager dwarf, then that works for me. So let me just do that. You can be this guy who was a glazer. No, actually, our glazer is now a cook, so you can't be that guy. The fish dissector is going to be our new manager. our previous fish dissector is going to become our manager. All right. So yeah, let's go to our here. There you go. And our bookkeeper is Dr. Nitro, because that's who he always is. That's who it always is. Fuzzatron wants to be a mechanic. Possibly. We don't have a mechanic. We already have a mechanic, but we don't have a dedicated one. If I get a dedicated mechanic, then I'll make you that mechanic. And yeah, we just slaughtered this. So let's prepare some fine meals and put that on repeat. And he'll use the meat that we've taken from butchering that buffalo cow in order to do that. And hopefully he's also going to render the tallow as well, which actually should be the priority. So let's promote that task. Rendering the fat is really useful. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Greatly appreciate it. I think the skills are transferable. Yeah, it's quite similar, really. Fish dissecting, managing a fortress. It's basically the same thing. Though speaking of which, I need to make sure that my cook isn't doing anything else. So let's see. He's currently, well, actually, he's probably trying to butcher stuff. Here, I'll tell him not to butcher this animal so that he cooks the first one that we've done. Also, what's our leather worker doing? He should be making some leather. Alpha Gmo's not doing anything. That's unfortunate. Oh, tannery. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay, it's not the leatherworks we needed. We needed a tanner's shop. Right, just build that in that spot. We might rearrange this in a little bit, but... It's digging through nasty innards either way. Yeah, basically. Okay, so we're gonna have to build. We're gonna have to build for Nitro a office because he's gonna need an office to do his stuff from, and we'll also have to do the same for our other dwarf as well. But yeah, we now have a dwarf who is doing some leather working. We've got a dwarf here preparing some fine meals. Oh, speaking of which, actually, kitchen. You're not allowed to cook plump helmets, not at all. And I also don't want you to cook tallow as well. Tallow is too important to be cooked. And then again, it will probably rot by the time I set around to making soap. But for the time being, don't cook with it. By the way, we still haven't found the caverns. We've dug all this way down. Look how far we've gone. Still no caverns. This is a really deep caverns, it seems. Let's go down another 13 layers. We've gone down probably about 15 levels or so, and we still haven't found the caverns yet. This is a deep caverns. Hopefully there's nothing nasty in it. I managed to miss all the caverns once until I hit the magma sea. I mean, if we hit the magma sea, that's fine. We then know where to kind of work from. But at the moment, we're not having any luck. Oh, the other thing I needed to do was to build a trade depot. We'll just build it here for now. There's always something nasty in the caverns. That's true. That's true. We're getting some nice gems. We're getting garnets. We're getting all other sorts of things. Possibly we could do some encrusting. We could encrust some stuff with gems. But yeah, look at our miners go. What metals? What stone's this? Gabbro. That's where the FBs come from. Yeah, indeed. Well, there's even more fun stuff even further below. If you've ever, we might be able to go to. We might go on a trip to the circus in this fortress if we get far enough in it. And it depends. This fortress isn't looking great so far. It's not very secure, and we do have some interesting neighbors. So hopefully, we can, you know, hopefully we can get somewhere with it. We'll see. I'm waiting for the water to freeze over, and then we're going to start doing some other fun stuff. But I do want those caverns because I need wood. We desperately need wood. You have unlimited glass. That's true. We could use glass, but I want to make it out of stone. That's the most dwarven material to make it out of, I think. Hey, Brelix, welcome. It's fine so far. We're only on the shore, but we're going to be building a fortress just off the coast of the shore. So you can see here that this is the ocean here, and we're going to be building our fortress in this corner. We're going to build a tower or some other kind of structure, possibly one in this corner as well. But for the time being, we're just digging down and we're trying to open the caverns. So that's all we're doing currently. We don't need any more rock mechanisms. Okay, we got somebody building this, which is excellent. We now just need a mason to do that. And we still not found the caverns? Good grief. Alright. This calls for kind of like drastic measures, I think. I don't know, like, are we just going to have to dig all the way down to... That's the bottom. This is the furthest I can dig down. Let's go to 40 layers deep. We must have missed it. We must have missed the cavern somewhere. I just need to reveal part of the cavern, though. If I reveal the magma sea, that should also reveal the caverns, as far as I know. So, we might hit the magma sea in a second. Hopefully none of my dwarves fall into it, but we will find out. We will find out. Wait, what? Why is the Baroness Consort here? Alright, well, they're here anyway. It looks like that dwarf is being chased by something. A giant peach-faced lovebird. I'm not sure. He was being chased by these giant birds. Okay. Right. Yeah, we haven't had any reports of fighting. He's not fighting the giant peach-faced lovebirds. From me dead zombies, why aren't they killing elves? Yeah, it's going to take a while before we set up pillars. I mean, we only need a single pillar. The way that Dwarf Fortress works, you actually only need a single pillar. So it wouldn't take too long. We don't have anything to trade. What we'll do is we'll tell our dwarf here to stop making pots for a second. He's made plenty at this point, I imagine. We're going to tell him to make rock crafts and just do that on repeat. And we'll also make a stockpile up here. Oh, we really need bins. This is why I was hoping that we would have reached the caverns by now. I'm not going to ask them for anything in particular. We're just gonna see what they bring. I know I could ask them for like metals and stuff like that, but I don't think we're going to need to. You see, we don't have much to trade at the moment. We could actually trade some of our meals. So that might be one way of doing it. That's in tools here. Yeah, we could actually trade some of our food pots. Well, a food pot, which is usually worth a fair amount of money. So let's do that. We'll trade some of our prepared food, and we're going to be butchering another animal. This time we'll be butchering the reindeer cow. There we go. So yeah, I'm not sure what we'll get off these guys. Oh, we don't even have a broker, do we? Okay. We're just going to appoint an emergency broker. I don't think I have any dwarves who have appraisal skills. But we'll find out. Because we do need to send somebody to go treat with them. Well, our weaver has some skills. Yeah, he's not actually doing anything at the moment. Well, yeah, he's not really doing anything at the moment, so he can be the broker. We'll tell him to knock the... Well, we've requested him, so hopefully he will stop constructing rock blocks for a second. In fact, we'll just cancel this task. Cancel it. Trade. Okay. Okay, that actually doesn't give us a great deal. We're gonna need to move some crafts over as soon as we can. Yeah, let's leave that screen. We'll start moving some goods over. But yeah, we're doing all right. It's going fine, I think. Prepare some fine meals. We're getting some leather as well. Yeah, I think it's going all right. But we still haven't found... There we go! Finally! Finally! I was about to say, we still haven't found the caverns. Holy shit. We finally made it. We finally made it. There we go. Alright, there we go. Excellent. Look at that. Barely any cavern as well. Just a tiny little bit. But we found the caverns. Right, we now need to cap off this staircase. So let's go up a level here. Just dig like that. Like that. Yeah, these are downstairs, aren't they? Yeah, downstairs. Yeah, that's just some of it, I know. But I'm just glad that we finally found it. It probably stretches up really far above us as well. It's just taken this long to find it. We'll see. We found more caverns anyway, which is great. Oh, this needs to be upstairs actually. There we go. And then they're going to dig that out, and then we're just going to be capping this staircase off. I don't think anything can get up the stairs, but I just want to make sure. This is what I usually do. And then just cap that off over here. Like that, and we'll just use Garbo because it's the closest thing there is. And there we go. So now that we know where the caverns are, we can kind of start to... Wait, why is there a miner in the caverns? How did he climb down there? Oh god. This is what I mean. Okay, it looks like he's come... No, he's still in the caverns. I can see him wandering around in there. Operation. Well, we need to get into the caverns anyway. I just want it to be somewhere that's Oh, did he climb back up again? He did. Excellent. Okay. Right. Powerful. I had to go all the way down to the bottom. Yeah. Suspended. Suspended. Yeah. So let's build a hotkey here. N. Name. Actually. Yeah. F2. Zoom here, and we'll name this to. In fact, we need to change this so that it zooms over here. So hotkeys F1 can go to here, zoom here. Right, so it's going to zoom here. Yeah, this is nice. This is going pretty well, I'd say. We'll see how. Hopefully, it'll continue to go well. Obviously, this might not last, but we'll try our best. We'll try our best. And let's move more goods over to trade. We got a few more crafts. We got some amulets that we can trade, some bracelets, these kind of things. You know, just the good stuff. They're not worth very much, but we'll maybe be able to get a couple things off them. We could get some iron bars, for example. I don't really know. It's kind of tricky. They don't have a dog in the cage. If they had a dog in the cage, that's what I'd buy, first of all. Having 2 dogs is really useful. Maybe just food. Or maybe we could buy another wheelbarrow off them if they had one. They don't, unfortunately. They have some parchment sheets. They have just the kind of stuff you'd expect. They do have some wood with them, actually. Yeah, let's buy all this wood off them. Not the pigtail rope. So we bought all that wood off them. We'll also buy... yeah. We'll also buy some... We could buy some strawberries. Actually, I'm not sure if we can grow them on the surface here. I have a feeling that it won't work. I'm not going to try it. Oh, they do have a dog. I have no idea what dog we had died. But I'm going to buy it anyway. I'm going to buy that dog. It might be the wrong gender. But we will buy the dog anyway, because it's good to have more dogs. Eventually we will get 2 dogs of opposite genders again. Probably a migrant will bring one with them at some point. But until that time, we'll buy the dog. And it also means that we get a cage made out of lead, which is one of the worst materials to make a cage out of. But at the same time, a cage is a cage is a cage is a cage. And we'll also buy some rum off them. I think that's probably about as much as we can get at the moment. Fine. Excellent. Really low stakes sort of trading. Yeah, having more dogs is good. We got a dog in a cage. Let's check the unit list. Actually, do it this way. Dog. Yes! We got a breeding pair of dogs again. Excellent. We just need to put the other dogs somewhere safe, so that it too won't perish. In fact, we could just you know, it'd be cool. We'd be building some kind of tavern on top of the surface, right? That'd be really cool. What do you guys think of that? Should we build like a tavern or something? Also, I think something's going on. Are they just leaving the fortress? Wait, which direction is he going? Why is he dragging the camel in that direction? Is he trying to... Are they trying to cross over the sea? Are they packing up? I don't need the trader there anymore. Alright, let's get back on our rock blocks quest. Repeat that. A doggo tavern? Just a normal tavern, honestly. Hey, Kupo, welcome. We are building one of the worst forts that's ever been built. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that this fort is going to be really terrible. Also, a surface tavern does sound cool, but what are you building it out of? We could build it out of stone. We could build it out of iron. We could build it out of soap. You can build them. You can build constructions out of soap. By the way, we could build a tavern out of soap. I'm not sure how efficient that would be. Probably take a lot of investment in doing that, especially considering all the other things that we're trying to do. But it is something to consider. Let's butcher that. Clay blocks, potash, ice possibly. No, actually, ice wouldn't work. Not in this biome. You can make ice constructions. If you make a statue out of ice, then that statue will never unfreeze, as far as I'm aware. Any clay on the map? I don't know. I think there might be. I mean, this is fire clay, actually, so yeah. We got loads of clay here. Okay, the merchants are going to leave soon, that's fine. Now that we got some wood, let's make a couple of bins, which will be really helpful. We'll make some bins. We'll make 4 bins. Yeah, I'm hoping that this will get cold, by the way, because that's the only plan I've got so far for building this ocean fortress, is it getting cold, which isn't an ideal plan, but it is a plan, so that's currently what we're aiming for. Right, so how do I want to approach this? I don't really know the true extent of the caverns at the moment, so I'm kind of... Yeah, you see, it actually does reach up. You can see the level where it reaches up here. But I'm thinking that if we dig in this direction here, then possibly dig along here, and then dig here, then channel here, just have a channel. Yeah, let's try that. Ice magma basins are amusing indeed. I'm not that good at this game, honestly. I'm not that skilled at the game, but doing a construction project like that at some point will be excellent. At the moment, we're just trying to build this this ice biome, and we're gonna have some visitors, I hope, from our neighbours to the east. Yeah, to the west. But until then, we will see what we can do. What's this music? Oh, it's Age of Empires still. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's true, by the way. We should definitely... You are correct. We should put those inside. Hey, warrior, welcome. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Let's just make some stockpiles here. We'll make just a furniture stockpile. This is just temporary stuff. None of this is going to be permanent. None of this is going to last. I'm just putting stuff inside so that it's inside. Finished goods, clothes, textiles, bar, leather, sheets. It's not in leather, is it? No, it's in cloth. There we go. You know what? We could put leather in here as well. So yeah, we'll do that. And you can see where we got our blocks as well for our constructions. There's a bunch of there's a troll on the map. Oh, it's in there. That's fine. It can't get into our fortress, I hope. Not currently. And we can see here that there are some trees that we can go straight in and cut down. So let's do that. We do want to build a bridge here, though. So let's build a bridge up here. That's why we're doing the channel. Well, I don't know that we needed to do a channel, but it made sense in my mind to do it like this. And then we just build it here, have it raise up, and actually no, we can't do it like that. I hadn't thought about that. Well, actually, there's a way we can do it. What we could do would be to have it like this. That's probably going to look hideous, but I don't really mind. Yeah. You know what, sod it, that'll do. Yeah. It'll look really terrible, and everybody's going to hate it, but at the same time, I don't really care. I hope you don't come to this fortress expecting me to build a stunningly beautiful fortress. Like, I am just going to build the most garbage sort of fortress you can imagine, right? Like, that's kind of what we do here. We build barely functional garbage fortresses that consist of all sorts of junk. We finally have puppies as well, so our dog problem has been resolved. For those of you who are just joining us, we did have 2 dogs originally. One of them got killed by a giant slug. Luckily, we were able to buy a replacement dog from the merchant, so, you know, just another day in the life of a dwarf fortress. Right, so that's done there. We'll have a place where we can close the caverns off. Yep. That's all good there. This should be hooked up now as well. Yeah, that's hooked up. We've got plenty of drinks. We've got plenty of everything. We do want tables and chairs. More migrants are here. Let's see if we get any good ones this time. We've had legendary fish dissectors, but we'll see what else we get. We'll see what else we get. I am kind of worried about this tower, about our neighbours. I mean, obviously there is no reason to worry. It's just a tower. Nothing bad has ever come out of a tower. Nothing bad has ever been in a tower. So really, I'm probably being too cautious. I don't know what you guys think. I'm being a bit paranoid, aren't I? There's no reason to be scared of a tower. But still, it does worry me. Hopefully we get the winter freeze, and hopefully we get a long-lasting one. We have no idea how long the water is going to freeze, and if it is in fact going to freeze. This map here, we are quite north. You can see here, we're actually not that far away from the ice sheet. So with any luck, we will have it freeze. Also, none of our dwarves have had a bedroom to sleep in for a while, so that's also something to be concerned about. Alright, okay, let's go down to here. They're still constructing that. We need that architect to go and do that job. It looks like all of our dwarves have arrived in the fortress. So why don't we have a look and see how many we've got have arrived this year. Let's pause the game real quick and have a look. Yeah, that's true. I mean, nothing, like I say, nothing bad has ever happened to do with towers at all. You know, Sauron, that kind of stuff. Nothing to worry about. So these are the new arrivals. We have, in order, a carpenter, a thresher, a woodcutter, an animal dissector, a leather worker, a soap maker, a farmer, an administrator, and a weaponsmith. Not a very good one either, a novice weaponsmith. So yeah, I have no idea what we're going to do with these dwarves. At the moment, they're probably just going to be milling around. Like a lot of the dwarves in the fortress, actually, we have a few of those who just mostly sit around being useless. Also, one of our miners is starting to get upset. Embarrassment at the lack of chairs. Okay, yeah, we really do need to start setting up some living areas for our dwarves as well. I haven't wanted to do that because I don't want to be constructing stuff inside, especially when I intend to fully on leave this area as soon as I can. But again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, he's constructing that bridge now, which is great. We should build a lever here. We'll just build a staircase lever. We'll build it here. This one here will close and open the caverns. Yeah, ooh, sorry, I forgot to get rid of Dwarf Therapist. Yeah, I'm just building a lever here. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any wood on the surface, by the way, which is why we're breaching the caverns so quickly. but I'm doing it in the safest way that I know how. Also, the Baroness Consort hasn't left the fortress yet. I really hate this bug. I don't know why it happens. She's just sitting here. This happened in the last fortress I played as well. Wait, what? She is a dwarf, okay. For some reason I thought maybe she wasn't. But she's just sitting there. She likes the fortress. It's hardly a fortress, is it though? Let's be fair. This is not much of a fortress. It is, it's something that is almost like a fortress. Almost, but not entirely unlike a fortress. Somebody did want to... Who was it who wanted to be the, Somebody wanted to be a dedicated mechanic architect, didn't they? It was Fuzzatron, right? Fuzzatron, you wanted to have a dedicated mechanic. We can probably do that for you now. I'd be up for that. Let's do that. I'm going to assign you a dwarf. This administrator... actually, no, not administrator. We'll grab one of these dwarves who's kind of useless. And we'll assign them into a new job. This farmer who actually has... Actually, no, this will be a chief medical dwarf at some point. Actually, no, you're a legendary brewer. You can just stay brewing. That's fine. I'm happy to have more brewers. This guy here, though, you are a soaping. Actually, you will be a good armor at some point. This administrator, yeah, this administrator, you can be a mechanic architect, and we will name you Fuzzatron. There we go. Sorry, I'm just doing this all off screen because it'll only take me a second. And yeah, mechanics, architecture, and that's a go. So now we have 2 dwarfs doing mechanics, we have 2 dwarfs doing architecture. Kupo wants a dwarf as well, sure. You can be one of our starting dwarfs, how about that? We do have a crafts dwarf who doesn't have any sort of name or anything, so we'll make you a crafts dwarf. Not a fisher. Don't worry, we don't have any fishers. What kind of madman would make fishing in a dwarf fortress on an ocean? An ocean is the worst place to go fishing. We're never going to go fishing. Why did you embark next to the ocean? Well, it wasn't to go fishing, that's for sure. Oh god, this woodcut has a pet goat. It's going to starve to death and he's going to get miserable about it. I could save it, but I also couldn't. Well, I could, but I also can't really be bothered to. Link this up to a bridge. There we go. Now that we got 2 mechanics, we can start making more rock mechanisms as well. Just make a whole bunch of those. Cancel making that. Let's make some tables and chairs so that we can get our bookkeeper up and running, so that we can get our manager up and running, because we're going to need those. They're really important. Really, really important. That is really annoying. The werebull child Gipest Kobius Hush has come. A large bull twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh. Its eyes glow golden yellow. Its dark brown hair is long and shaggy. Now you will know why they fear the night. Alright, pause the game. Where is it? Wait, what? What's this? It's a Trey Horse skeleton. It brought me up here, so it must be up here somewhere. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Alright. I don't have any sort of alert set up at the moment, so what we're going to have to do is just make a burrow. It's just a bull with horns. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, honestly. We'll be fine. We just quickly need to get everybody inside ASAP, and then hopefully everything, you know, it'll all be over very quickly. Right, okay. Everybody. Then we go all the way down to F2. Oh god, okay, yeah. Actually. Okay, F1 to F2. Right, so that's covered. And this is going to be panic. And then we're going to go to our military tab here. And we're going to go to our alerts. And we're going to set all of our... we're going to set our civilization to panic mode. I think that should do it, yeah. Wow, this is really not appropriate music for this. Here we go! Everybody inside, ASAP. Right. Is anybody still on the surface? At least one of our dwarves has died. At least 3 of our dwarves have died. None of our named dwarves. Yeah. These were migrants, we're not too worried about that, but I think we've probably got everybody inside. If they are not inside yet, it's their own damn fault. Okay, this dwarf here hasn't gotten inside yet. Let's give him a little bit of time. I can just see them coming now. He's currently chasing animals outside, which is really useful. You can see our dwarves are all going inside right now. Oh, wait, what? Okay, he's turned back. He turned back. Okay, so 3 dwarfs died. We lost 3 of our dwarves. None of them were named dwarves, so that means that we don't have to be too upset about it. Let's go back to that. yeah, ouch indeed. But also it was a human child that turned into a wereball and has now run off. We will have to obviously clean this up. Luckily, none of our dwarves survived, as far as I'm aware. That actually probably would have been worse, because if they had, then that would have meant that they had been, you know... In fact, it was only 2 dwarves. Only 2 dwarves. I thought it was 3. Only 2. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. We'll build them a small graveyard. We'll build some coffins. We'll do all that kind of stuff. In fact, let's start doing that. Let's build some coffins. Nothing to worry about, right? Worse things happen at sea. Okay. Right. We do need to get our managers building up, and we do need to get that sorted. We will just do that over here for now. We're just going to be setting up our manager suite, and you know, we'll give them nice big rooms for this, eh? Kind of in line with the rooms that we've already got over here. And why don't we build some doors as well? We probably should have built some doors in our butchering shop ages ago. I hadn't thought about that. It's fine. That's what our dwarves get, though, for milling around outside all the time. You know, it's not the best thing in the world to do. Alright, so they're still hooking this up as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I think it's hooked up now. If we go down here, we can see that this has got a... Yep, there we go. So that's hooked up, which means we can then pull this lever. How's our fortress going? Any seasickness? Dennis, we haven't got any seasickness, but we have had an attack. You missed it. We had a wereball attack the fortress. It killed 2 dwarves and then ran away. Thankfully, it didn't infect any. You know, it could have been a hell of a lot worse, actually. I mean, they died. Yeah, they died, but like I say, worse things have happened at sea. Not many worse things, honestly. Like being attacked by some crazy creature of the night is pretty much up there with the, you know, the worst things that can possibly happen to you. List of bad things that have happened to people. But you know, like that is definitely one of the bad things that probably hasn't happened at sea, but has in fact happened here. So yeah. Also, look at that. The tables and chairs mismatched. Honestly, if you've been watching my streams for this long and you haven't realised that I have a very laissez-faire attitude to dwarves, then that's kind of surprising. You have embarked in a region with salt water. It may be difficult to survive here. What does that mean? Well, dwarves are not capable of drinking water that has got salt in it. But I think it's just a general warning because, like, if salt water touches normal water, then that water forever becomes infected, effectively. It's a bit like Ice 9. Have you ever... If anybody's ever read the book Cat's Cradle by... what was his name? Kurt Vonnegut, then they would know what I mean. They would know what I mean by that reference. Actually, good grief, can you imagine if there was Ice 9 in Dwarf Fortress? That would be pretty entertaining. Yeah, you can still use underground water as far as I'm aware. Also, if you got access to an aquifer, I believe that'll be fresh water. But yeah, it's pretty easy to contaminate all the water on a map and then you're kind of screwed. Which is bad, obviously, for like hospitals and stuff like that. I think you can desalinate it. I think that's possible. I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking that you can do it by using a corkscrew, in which case it's not really that bad, honestly, because then you just have to, you just have to pump it basically. Yeah, apparently a screw pump or a U-bend can also do it. So, yeah, if we wanted to do a reservoir, we could do it. We'd just have to make a screw pump, and then pump the water out of the ocean through the screw pump, which would then desalinate it. So yeah, apparently dwarves are that efficient. That has no natural tiles. Oh, okay. Yeah. Was that the substance invented to freeze mud for military purposes, but ended up freezing the whole world? Yes. That it doesn't really exist though. But yeah. Cat's Cradle, Ice 9. It's a good book, honestly. If you're into crazy books about dictators and islands and all sorts of weird junk. Right, I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, that was it. I was going to set our bookkeeper here and tell him that he has to do all counts as accurate, and we were also going to assign him a room, weren't we? That's our manager. Why did I assign it to the broker? It doesn't need to go to the broker. Bookkeeper. And then we can do that way. We can do things like this. So we just go door. I want 10 rock doors. I want rock pots. I just want like we probably have enough rock pots right now. I'm guessing like if we click here, look how many. Then again, actually, do we? I don't see any rock pots there unless they've moved them somewhere. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, I haven't knew yet. Sorry, that's true. It's freezing cold in my room at the moment. I'm freezing at the moment, so maybe I hadn't noticed. Right. Did any dwarf ever actually? Why didn't that open? That should have opened. It has got a mechanism, so why didn't it open? Did I hook up the wrong one? No. Oh, it looks like they must have cancelled the task. Yeah, I guess they must have cancelled the task when they went on the alert, which means that they do need to hook it up again. Okay. Welcome back, Alpha. You missed the wereball attack, and we're still waiting for winter. We're waiting to see if the ocean freezes over. But other than that, not a great deal. Oh, we have another giant skink by the look of it. Oh, giant lizard this time. We've also had some more arrivals. We do need to start building a cemetery of some description. Why don't we build it above ground? We'll just have a place dedicated to dead dwarves just sitting above here. Actually, nah, sod that. Their corpses can just rot outside for the time being. We could build a chamber down below, but I really do want to get started on building this ocean platform. No, we didn't capture the skink. It ran off really quickly. We didn't have anything to make any cages out of. Fishing? No, we're not going to fish, Bralex. Fishing is... the ocean is not the right place to fish, let's be honest. Gnaffle has not died. The only dwarves who have died are no names. A woodcutter and a leather worker, so yeah, nothing important. Ocean is good for fishing if you do it the right way. No, this is a different level worker. This is a different one. You're still alive. You're still alive. We can actually check that. Citizens here. Here, yeah. You're actually a woodcutter. You're a woodcutter at the moment. That's because you haven't had a lot of practice at your new labour yet. You were originally a woodcutter. That's why. But yeah, this was a level worker who just arrived in the fortress. Yeah, you can have one, sure, is it? Let's pause the game. I will assign you a dwarf. Do you have any preferences, or can I just give you whatever random-ass dwarf I want to give you? That usually goes pretty badly for the people involved. We do actually have a cook who doesn't have a nickname right now, so you could be that dwarf if you wanted. You could be the butcher. Yeah, actually, I've talked myself into it. You're going to be the butcher dwarf. Z-Z-Z-I-P-P. Zip. There you go. So if we go back to Dwarf Fortress again, we can see your dwarf is this one here. He was originally a glazer, but now he's a butcher. We can even have a look at them if you want. Uneasy after being unable to pray, annoyed at the lack of chairs, grouchy, dwelling upon being caught in the rain, annoyed, dwelling upon... Oh god. Goblets. It's always the bloody goblets. Always with the bloody goblets. I forgot to make goblets. Right. Mugs are goblets, aren't they? Yeah. Let's make them some rock mugs. Actually, screw that. We'll do it with the manager. 30 of them. And we'll also make a stockpile up here, and this is just going to be a finished goods stockpile. I know that this isn't very secure, but again, all this is temporary. All this is just for the time being. It's until we build our fortress on top of the surface. What about beekeeping? This fortress doesn't have any hives on it at all. I've checked the surface of the map. Wait, why isn't that bridge still raising? It's still lowered. Why isn't the bridge going up? It's definitely connected to the lever. So why isn't it going up? Let's try and pull the lever again. Yeah, there's no bees in this biome. I'm having lever issues at the moment. It's kind of unusual. Okay, there we go. It's raised. Alright, there's nothing dangerous in the caverns at the moment, so that means we're going to breach the caverns, and we do have a way to close it back up again, and this means that we can finally do some wood cutting. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and chop down these 3 trees here. Or not really trees, these are giant mushrooms. It's a tower cap, a fungi wood, and another fungi wood. We're going to go do that. As soon as we open the entrance to the caverns again. And we can now see more of the caverns as well, which is excellent. And as soon as the dwarves go down there to do that, we'll be able to see even more of it. Because we do need more pots, for example. Apparently we didn't make that many rock pots. I kind of thought we had. Let's just make like 100 of them. Just some arbitrary large number. In fact, we could check our stocks. How many pots do we have? Then again, that'll include pots that have already got stuff in it. Pipes, plants, powder, prepared meals, remains, statues. We don't have any statues. We haven't built any. But no beds. We'll have beds soon. Made out of the finest mushrooms. Chop down this one as well. I don't want them to. I don't want them to have to take wood too far. So we're going to have to do wood production down here. How is the boot? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Why should sea space have the boot? Reckon any Germans will hunt Euristo's merchant fleet soon? It's a distinct possibility. It's a distinct possibility. I'm not going to lie. Right. So we'll just tell them to move all the wood into this area here. Do we actually have anybody? Oh, everybody is storing items and things. Oh God! Look at this monstrosity. This is why we need bins. Right. We do have plenty. We now have access to wood. So now I'm just going to tell them to start making more bins. Wooden bin, 10 wooden bins. This is highly inefficient because they're bringing the wood downstairs. But I want the stockpile there so that when we cut down wood, they will. Yeah, we'll be making all of our wood crap down here. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I was a bit confused what you were getting at there. Also, we're cutting down our first tree. That gave us a grand total of 2 fungi wood. We're cutting down another tree. That gave us a grand total of 1 wood. Cavern wood is not very lucrative, honestly. It's not a good source of wood at all. I mean, it's a source of wood. It's just not a good one. There are much better sources of wood available. And this also means that we probably won't be wanting to use charcoal. We're going to just want to go directly down to the magma sea. Cut down those trees there. Cut down that tree as well. Just cut them all down. Cut it down. Then again, actually, maybe if we cut down the top layers first, is that better? I'm not really sure. No, because these aren't trunks, are they? I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't chop down those. We can only chop down the. I guess fungi wood is the best option, really. Which means all of our buildings are going to be made out of horrible yellow wood. Right, it is what it is. Okay, so somebody's made a fungi wood bin already. They're going to move that to put that over there. Steam release when? Steam release when it happens. I mean, we'll wait and see, right? Like, I know everybody's waiting for that Steam release, and obviously I am as well. A dwarf is withdrawn from society. Let's see what kind of workshop he claims. The broker, in fact. And he's claimed a mason's workshop, and he's off. Alright, let's take some bets. What kind of artifact is he going to make? He has claimed a mason's workshop. That means he can make a table, he can make a chair, he can make a bed. No, he couldn't make a bed, can he? No. He can make something interesting. I don't know. I can't give you anything if you guess correctly, but yeah. Villain's release comes before work starts on the Steam release. I thought there was already some work going on the Steam release, at least some basic work. Also, it's November and the sea still hasn't frozen over, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to be doing this fortress, how we're going to be doing this ocean fortress. It might not freeze. There is a possibility that it's not going to freeze. But then we still got December, so we'll see. So far, he's only grabbed stone. Currently, he is sitting in his... Oh, please, metal. Right, okay, I don't want to lose a dwarf to a forgotten, a strange mood. We're going to have to get metal of some description. We can do it. We are more than capable of doing that. We're just going to have to build a... I believe it's a wood furnace, right? Correct. We're going to build a wood furnace, and we're going to have to try and do that quickly. Furnaces are under E, a wood furnace, and then a smelter. So we'll just build them on the surface again. In fact, we'll just build it up here. Make that out of blocks, and then we'll have to make a smelter. And we'll assign some dwarves to do both of those two things. We do have dwarves who aren't really doing anything. I'm going to assign 2 dwarves who I've picked out already to be smiths. So they're just going to assign them to be furnace operating, weaponsmithing, armoring, blacksmithing, and metal crafting in general. And we also are actually going to need a wood burner, at least temporarily. So why don't we assign this guy and this guy to also do wood burning? Excellent. We're not going to make loads and loads of charcoal, but we are going to make some. The partner devs are doing art and prep work, but Toadie is doing the integration and new code to fit their stuff in. Fair enough. Don't worry, we have other wood burners. I mean, you don't need any particular skill at burning wood, right? It's a pretty easy thing to do. You just set it on fire and go from there. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Actually, cancel that. I always... Alright. 5 charcoal. We are going to need to get an ore that we can smelt down. I believe that we do have some of such ore here. We have hematite. So why don't we start by mining all of that out? Because we do need to get it eventually, don't we? Then again, do we really want to make... you know what, Sade? Iron is decent. They can use iron for their artifact. I just want to use something, you know, if I'm going to smelt it into bars, I want to smelt some bars that are going to be useful anyway. So iron is fine, and we will just automatically mine out that iron ore. There we go. I love this functionality, by the way, the automatic mining functionality. It saves so much bother. Compared to not having it. In fact, we have some gold there, I think, right? No, this is probably yellow jasper. Nah. And look at all that hematite, and look at all that iron. That is a massive vein of iron. That is iron ore. All right. But that means that we can smelt hematite, and we'll just smelt 5 of those again. So that'll be done as soon as we got some charcoal here on our wood burner. You can see that they're already making the charcoal. It's no tin. Yeah, it certainly isn't, right? It's no tin. Or ignite. Yeah, it's not ignite either, is it? It looks like he's gone to claim something. Have we already smelted? Did he already get it? Oh god, what was that? When did that get there? There's just a troll rampaging on the surface. I have no idea what to do about that. Other than assigning every dwarf to the military and then just trying to beat it to death. Oh my god. Has it come all the way up through the caverns? Whilst I wasn't paying attention. That's the only explanation. Unless it's... They don't path up through the surface, so it's just come up all the way here to harass my dwarves. So far it's just walking around. Hasn't... It attacked the Baroness consorts. It attacked the manager. So far it's just sitting here. Yeah, kill it with pigs. I think that's correct. We just have to assign all of the miners to be military dwarves, and we'll attack it with our miners. Well, this will be interesting. God, this isn't the kind of thing that I want to go wrong. You know, like I expect my fortresses to fail because it got attacked by zombies, or for any other number of reasons, not because a troll appeared. Woodworker, where's that other miner? It was Ganaffle, wasn't it? Where's Ganaffle? Wait, why isn't Ganaffle in this list? No, I already got him here, yeah. We did have another miner though. Who was it? It wasn't Goost. Oh god, who was it? Ganaffle, Howie. Okay, How. Howe. How at the top. Oh, he's the expedition leader, that's why. Just capture the troll. We don't have a. We only have one cage. We're not going to be able to capture it. I think we should kill it. I think we should try and kill it. Okay. Our music stopped. I'm just going to quickly set the music to something real quick. Not sure what though. There we go. I have no idea how. I have no idea, Zip. That's what we're going to be finding out. Right. Okay. It's just sitting there. It's just sitting next to our furnace. If it was sitting literally anywhere else, it wouldn't matter. But it's just sitting there, and that's really irritating because it means that we can't make iron. It means that our dwarf who's in the strange mood can't have his mood resolved. We need to kill it or capture it, but probably kill it. So let's do it. We're going to send all of our... Build a wall around it. The problem is, anytime any of our dwarves get close to it, it tries to attack the dwarves. We can't build that big a wall. It would be a massive wall. We'd have to build it. No, we've got to kill it. We've got to try and kill it. This could go disastrously wrong, though. Which would mean that we spent the last 2 hours for naught. Well, I think that's what we're going to try and do. Let's see how this goes. There's one of our dwarves running up. Let's take this one step at a time. Okay, that's not good. The troll throws the recruit by the third finger right hand with the troll's right hand. The troll misses the recruit. The recruit punches the troll in the right tusk with his right hand. Why aren't you using your pick? That's why I used the miners. Are you actually... You didn't drop it on the ground, did you? That would be so typical. Let's just resume. Oh god, they are just kicking it. Right, sod it. Everybody's going in the military now. We're just going to try and kick we're just going to try and kick the troll to death with enough dwarves. The troll passes out from exhaustion. Oh my god, they did it! They kicked the troll to death. Punches the troll. Oh my god, they just kicked it to death. Sad, unsubscribe. Ah, oh, please don't. Come on, Alpha. There's no way that we could capture it. You're not subscribed though. You're following, I think. But yeah. Yeah, you're not even subscribed. That's the worst way for a troll to go. That's the best way for a troll to go. Look at this. He ran up to the troll and just punched it to death. Look how many times he punched it. Or actually no, he was twisting the neck. He was twisting the troll's neck. I wonder who got the kill. Probably Dennis Wolf. In fact, let's have a check. Dennis Wolf. Yeah. You killed a troll. You strangled a troll to death, Dennis. I don't know if you're still here, but congratulations. Alright, let's disband the squad. Well, that's one problem solved. Let's see if we can fix some more. He did deconstruct the smelter though, so we are going to have to reconstruct that. But that's fine. How old was the troll? I don't know. It might have been really old. Can you check now? I think I'm not actually sure that I can I? I don't think I can. It's not a historical figure either. It doesn't have like a name in history, so I can't check the Legends viewer. It's just a generic troll. It's just you know, nothing special about it. We still haven't made any charcoal successfully. What does it say in the kill list of Dennis? It just says he killed it. Right, let's see. Dennis, view unit, kills, 1 troll. Yeah, it could be a troll child. It could have been like a really small troll. Because, I mean, it's really surprising that they were able to kick it to death. Which they were. I mean, they were, you know, fair play. They kicked a troll to death. That's pretty exciting. You know, who doesn't say exciting things happen? You know, exciting things do happen on this stream. Yeah, perhaps if one of you focused on making the charcoal first instead of trying to smelt the hematite, you'd be able to smelt the hematite. It's just a suggestion. There's plenty of wood. There's plenty of wood. So just someone make charcoal, please. I know I have people set to do making charcoal. Let's see what kind of things they're doing instead of that. I'm just going to quickly check. Furnace operating. It's not furnace operating, it's wood burning, wood burning, wood burning. No job. You do have a job. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay. Right, I'm really sorry, but what I'd done is instead of setting them to do wood burning, I told them to make soap. I'd set their labor to be soap making. So the two dwarves that I wanted to make charcoal, I'd actually just told them that they were allowed to make soap. And yeah, it's because they're right next to each other. Sometimes it can be hard to read these things. But now they're going to be able to make charcoal. Hopefully they make it fast enough. We don't have long. Yeah, it's active, so he's going to do it. There he goes. I think that's him. I think that's one of our two charcoal makers. Goose? No, that's Goose. Okay, not a charcoal maker. Yeah, he's smelting it now. He's making charcoal now. This stream is really hard to read for me, just my 2 cents. Is it like hard to read what it says on the screen? I don't know, I could try and zoom in, I guess, like... That doesn't really help, does it? No, I can't zoom in this. I can't zoom in the side. Alright, there we go. He's grabbed the charcoal. Now he's smelting the hematite ore. Also, by the way, it's almost Christmas in this fortress, and it still hasn't frozen over. Excellent. He's grabbed it. Right, he's begun his construction. We were able to stop him from strange moving out. It looks like we're going to have to find a different way to approach this problem. We're not going to be able to rely on the water freezing over in order to build the fortress that way. That would be the easiest way of doing it. Waiting for the water to freeze over and then going from there. But it looks like I'm going to have to devise a different method of building this fortress on the ocean. We do want it to be properly supported by the ocean floor, right? We do want it to be connected to the ocean floor. We don't want it... Oh god, look how many fish there are here. We finally see some ocean life. Hakes. A massive school of them. But yeah, we want it to be properly supported by the ocean. So what we're going to have to do is probably drain the water somewhere real quick and temporarily put it somewhere. Which is going to present its own kind of challenge. Or maybe we could do something else. Maybe there's some other method that we could do for doing this. But I'm not sure how we'll approach this. Oh, that's a nice artifact. He's made an artifact door. Let's have a look and see what's on it. This is a gabbro door. All crafts dwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with rectangular gabbro cabicons and encircled with bands of iron. This object menaces with spikes of tetrahedrite. On the item is an image of climax phrases, the amber of suicide, the pear wood cage in gabbro. Okay, so it's a picture of a door. It's a door with a picture of a cage on it, and the cage is known as the Amber of Suicides. Also, this door is called Mind Grizzles, the Armory of Declines, which is a pretty ominous one. No, as far as I'm aware, building destroyers cannot destroy artifact doors, which is one of the reasons that they're pretty good artifacts to have. But yeah, I don't think that they can. So, I mean, yeah. I'm still giving it time just to see if it does freeze over for even a little bit of time. I don't think it can freeze over in spring. But it doesn't look like it's going to. We're going to have to figure out a different way of approaching this issue. Also, we might have to consider building down to build some structures, even more temporary structures inside the base that we've already built so far. Possibly we could build it... The only way that I could think of approaching this is to build like a seawall of some kind. Or to have it supported from the... We could have it supported from the shore, but that's not really what I was thinking, right? Like, we could have it supported from the shore. Which wouldn't be too hard to do. What you could do would be to build, for example, a wall here, just along here, right? Like a small section of wall here, or even just some supports. So you could build a wall here, right? You could build a wall there, and then you could build a wall here, and then on that wall you could then start building a platform, which would then extend out over here. So long as it was connected to these two supports, it would be held up. You could do it with even a single support. You could do it with a bar of soap. So you could just have like one bar of soap down here and then build over the bar of soap. But that's not really the same as what I was trying to get at. It's not really necessarily how I want to do it. So yeah, this is a real challenge, because if it doesn't freeze over, then I'm not really sure how to approach the issue. Unless we can drain the water off somewhere. Cave-ins. Would a cave-in work? I don't think it would. I think a cave-in wouldn't work. I mean, certainly we could try it. Certainly we could try it. I'm not sure how we would do that though either. I guess we could collapse something on top of the ocean and see if it will, and see if that will replace the tile underneath it. But that only works with natural tiles. We can't build a natural floor on top of here. We could try... How deep is the ocean? I'm not sure. Well, this is open space here, so this is actually where the ocean is. This is where the ocean starts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four levels deep at its lowest point. So it's 4 levels deep at its lowest point. And you can see here, this is like the shallow part of the ocean here. Then we go down a level, and you can see the shallows again. So yeah, at its deepest point, it's going to be 4 levels deep, and then we just close off into nothing. But yeah, that's how deep it is at the moment. That'd be rough to work with, even if it freezes over. Yes, it would, but it's not impossible. We would have started by building each support separately, and then just having 4 supports in the corner. And then once you've done that, it wouldn't take that long. But if it's not going to freeze over at all, then it's kind of irritating. So yeah, I might have to actually think about this. It might be something where I have to go away and think about it beyond the stream, you know, just like outside of the stream, and then kind of come back to it again once I've had a thought about it. We've only been live for 2 hours. I don't know if I want to end the stream now and then go and think about it a bit. What's down here, by the way? We need to check on this. We got tetrahedrite. Ooh, nice. Tetrahedrite. We resolved our wood issue for the time being. We resolved some of our issues. We've had some interesting stuff happen. We've had a troll being strangled to death on the surface. We've had a werebeast attack. We've named some dwarves, and we got the start of what could be a promising fortress. Yeah, I think I'll end it here. I'm going to continue with this probably on Sunday, because I do need to think about this. I need to think about the mechanics of doing this. and how I'm going to go ahead and do all this stuff. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, then please give me a follow, and you can see more of it again on Sunday. Also, thanks to everybody who has followed today as well. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's I'm sorry, I can't really continue with it now because I do need to consider how I'm going to approach this, and without a solid plan in action, it's just going to be me sitting here thinking about what I'm going to do instead of me actually doing anything. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. I mean, we've got 2 hours in, we've had some interesting stuff happen. Yeah, but thanks to everybody who's watched. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see if there's anybody streaming Dwarf Fortress, and then we can send them a raid. Thanks for the follow as well from Zip. I'll also upload this to the YouTube as well, so that anybody who is catching the tail end of this can see what happened. But yeah, let's have a look and see if there's anybody playing Dwarf Fortress right now. I don't think there really is. Well, actually, there might be. You missed the recap. Alright. No, not really. Okay, yeah, I'll just end the stream. Alright, see you guys later. Have a good day.